Reimagining chaos. What is chaos? Chaos is defined as complete disorder and confusion. You see, as humans, we have a strong desire or a strong need to control every situation around us. And when these things do not go as planned, or when there's a change in the order of predictable outcomes, they say chaos. In the 1680s, Newton's fundamental law of physics postulated that the universal system is governed by a set of structure and order that is reiterated and replicated over and over and over again. He suggested a level of predictability to everything. But Newton's laws didn't quite explain the complex system of our natural world. Something always disrupts the process. And it is in that disruption that there's confusion, chaos, but also it leads to an increased trajectory of development. It may lead to evolution. This is called the butterfly effect or the chaotic effect. So whilst chaos might be risky, it does bring about innovations. In fact, some of the world's largest businesses sit atop of creating order in a chaotic system. Uber, the world's largest taxi company that has no vehicles. Meta, the world's largest content creation platform that creates no content. Alibaba, the world's largest e-commerce company that has no inventory. And Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider that has no real estate. What these businesses did was create order on top of a typically chaotic system, bringing about innovation and opportunities. Remember COVID? Even in the midst of the most heightened chaotic state of the whole world, innovations that helped ensure that humans met their fundamental need of connection, of feeding, of even being able to fend for themselves was created. So whilst chaos might in fact be risky, it does drive innovation. So even if our reflexive instinct is to run away from chaos, we must take note of two important things. Number one, some of the biggest innovations of the world have been brought about because the innovators realized the opportunities in a chaotic system. And number two, chaos and opportunities are not polar opposites. In fact, chaos might just be the environment you need to spur you to do more. I believe it was Sun Tzu who said, in the midst of chaos, there's always opportunities. So now that we see the opportunities in the eye of the storm, and we realize now that chaos might just be an important factor in driving innovations, it's important to get to the next step. How do we make the most of this process? Innovations are just ideas if they stay in our head or in our notepads and they don't get built. And one of the key challenges of innovation is being able to articulate these ideas, draw others towards them, and get their support. But this is the use of storytelling. This is the power of storytelling. Storytelling helps us to reimagine chaos, define this data, refine this data, articulate this data, draw others towards them, and drive innovations. Storytelling is a very powerful tool in the innovative process. In fact, it is in storytelling that being and becoming innovative is constructed. Storytelling helps to build confidence about our innovations in the minds of our audience. Because innovation on its own, by its very nature, it's a very complex and difficult process. And because it's a complex and difficult process, explaining our ideas to others or to our audiences with abstract or complex terms will make them push back or resist the idea. We will find resistance in the minds of our audience. So thus, utilizing relatable stories to give these ideas or to share these ideas or these innovations helps engage our audience, makes them find the stories relatable, it aids understanding, and it helps make our ideas more tangible. So, stories are important in the innovative process. Stories are shared, reshared, told, retold. We live stories. We hear stories. We listen to stories. We are stories. And stories are the ways we transmit and transmit information about our experiences and our ideas everywhere and every time. In fact, storytelling is the world's most universal concept. It is responsible for our behavior and our culture and our belief system. Stories help us to transmit ordinarily complex information in a way that engages the users, because as humans, we are hardwired to receive information in a storytelling format. Storytelling is the way we engage audiences on complex issues such as climate change or migration or the social issues. Storytelling is critical in sharing information in a way that the audience will relate and accept. The part of the brain that stories helps excite the part of the brain that creates dopamine and stimulates the production of oxytocin. Oxytocin is a hormone that helps us, that conditions our pro-social behavior as well as our empathetic behavior. So, storytelling is important in driving those behaviors. I think it was neurologist Ari Hassan that said that storytelling excites the brain in a way that helps the listener to own our stories and make our experiences and our ideas their own. So, storytelling is an important tool in reimagining chaos. It helps us to reimagine chaos. It's an important tool in driving the innovative process of chaos. It helps us to identify the opportunities in a chaotic system. It helps us to refine those opportunities. It helps us to define those opportunities and be able to articulate it in such a way that it is accepted. So, while chaos might be an innovative driver, it is storytelling that helps us to make the best use of the process, helps us to utilize chaos to create opportunities. Thank you.